Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Two Player Podcast with myself and my buddy Ham Solo. We got some news to talk about today for sure, but before we get into anything, got to talk about what we've been up to and what we've been playing. So, Ham, go ahead and get us started on that. What you been playing? What's been going on?
Just been getting VR sickness and Skyrim repeatedly, and I got a new that new Meta Quest X or whatever, or
The
Xbox
3S?
Meta
Yeah.
Quest 3S.
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I've been kind of just screwing around playing with that, playing some games off of there and whatnot, enjoying that, and been playing some Dune as well. I booted up Helldivers just to play it earlier today, but didn't really play much of it. Now, also been playing some Death Stranding, um, and some 2K or not 2K, um, College Football 26, which I'm gonna wait to buy that one.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
really enjoy that game. It's just has some issues that I want to get ironed out, and I don't see the. I mean, I'm gonna play the game a lot, but it's not a game that I need day one to have to play, and I don't want to pay $70 for it. Like, if I'm
yeah.
not feeling like it's worth it from the jump off of that 10-hour thing, I don't want to spend full price for it. Then it's not benefiting me. I need to do that.
Damn, I was on mute right there. But yeah, I said that's true. But yeah, is there anything else you play? But that is, or is that the gist of it?
That's pretty much the gist of it. I was looking at Ready or Not,
Yeah, I was
but
thinking
I'm
about
not
getting
sure if
that.
I want.
I saw that on, not on sale. I saw it. I saw that it was available. I think it launched today, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I went to the
Well, yeah.
store and
Today
I
or
was,
yesterday, one of the two.
I went to the store and I was like, I'm gonna pre-order RoboCop because that comes out tomorrow. And while I was doing that, I saw that was there, and I thought about it, but I didn't do it. I'm gonna get that game probably. It's just a matter. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it right at this exact moment. Uh, Maybe next time I get paid, I'll get it. I don't know. We'll see. But it does look interesting, and the reviews on it seem to be pretty solid. At least on, like, I would check the Xbox page for it, and the reviews were solid, which is wild because uh, the talk around the game and whatever they censored and everything, people seem very kind of outraged, but it seems like it's doing just fine. And I think it's only like $50, right?
It is 49.99.
Yeah. So not bad. Not a bad deal. I have wanted to try that game for a while. It looks fucking like a really intense game, but apparently it's supposed to be really fun. And I think it is. I do believe it's co-op, like it's a squad kind of thing, uh, which seems like it'd be a really interesting thing for that kind of game. But yeah, I'll check it out at some point. But let's see here. As for myself, well, you can see on the screen I've been playing a lot of this game, and this game is called Boneworks. It's a VR game that, like, when I got my headset a couple weeks ago. At this point, I was just going through the store and whatever looked interesting. I had like a target amount of money I wanted to spend, and I just spent it on whatever looked interesting. And I got a whole bunch of games. Boneworks was one of them, and I only just now got around to like actually for real playing it. And that game is, I mean, I know you said you just got the MetaQuest Xbox edition, dude. If you get a chance, you should check out Boneworks. I've like, it's it's pretty, it's pretty fun. I really enjoy it. Um, but I've been playing that game a ton. So far, I know you also mentioned that you've been getting kind of VR sickness, which I know a lot of people talk about. So far, I have not had that issue, yet. But I've had it for a couple weeks. Things can change. We'll see how it goes. But so far,
I
thankfully,
think it
I've
just
been.
kind of depends on the game.
Yeah, that's fair. The thing that's weird about VR to me is like when I'm playing it, I don't feel that sickness at all. And when I'm watching the footage I have on the screen, I'm watching it back, it seems way shakier than it did when I was playing it. Like when I'm playing it, it seems totally fine. And even here it doesn't look too bad, but it seems a lot shakier like watching the footage back as opposed to playing it. At least for me it does. Um I don't know what that's about. But playing it has not been a problem for me at all. I've been really enjoying it. I've also been playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 plus 4. Um, I said that, you know, Skate kind of ruined skateboarding games for me in the sense that it kind of set an expectation. And when games don't hit that expectation, I just kind of check out on them. But for whatever reason, and I've kind of felt that way with the new Tony Hawk remakes. But I don't know. I just decided to keep playing it and push through that initial feeling, and I've genuinely really been loving it. So that's pretty cool. And then my buddy Hard Days Mike got me into Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is like, I mean, that game came out like 2017, and I definitely wasn't playing it then, and I haven't played it until now. And that shit, like, I know it had a bunch of issues apparently at launch, like monetization and things in the game people didn't like. I don't know what the problems were, but they must have ironed all that shit out because that game is fantastic now. So that's a fun time. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Oh, and I played a little bit of RoboCop just to get ready for the unfinished business tomorrow. RoboCop Rogue City. I think it's Rogue City Unfinished Business. I think it's a big ass title for that game, but I'm excited. I can't wait to play that. I'm hoping it comes out at midnight, but let's be real, it's probably not going to come out till like some stupid time tomorrow, which is too bad. Uh, but
How
that's
much
what
was
I've been.
that?
What's that?
How much was that?
It's $30.
Unfinished business?
It's $30. It's 29.99 plus like a 10% discount because it was on sale. Plus, I used a $3 gift card with my Microsoft rewards. So it was like it came out like $25 or something like that. 25 something with tax included. So but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, shit, I don't think I'm missing anything. But I've been playing way too many things to even properly remember all of them. Also, like Ham mentioned, he was playing some Skyrim in VR. I've been playing a stupid amount of that. Uh, Actually got Ham set up with his with his mods, so you could play like 5 minutes before your headset died, which was pretty
Yeah, I
great.
played a little bit longer after that. I charged it again and then played it earlier for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what's up, man. That I fucking love that shit. I also have Fallout 4 VR, which I need to set up and mod and everything, but I just haven't been in the mood to do it at the moment. But I got to maybe this weekend. But that's what I've been playing. That's what Ham's been playing. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news. I guess we might as well lead off with this because this is a more Xbox centric show here. New games being added to Game
Why does it show
Pass.
that I'm muted?
Why does it show that you're muted?
Yeah.
That's not good. You should absolutely not be muted.
I don't know if I am or not.
I mean, I can hear you.
No, you're not. No, I'm not. Okay, cool. I just checked.
Okay, yeah, I could hear you, and it was flashing. The Discord thing in OBS was flashing when you were talking. So,
Okay, cool.
so,
It just looked
so
like I was muted on the screen for some reason.
yeah, I saw that when you said that. I looked over, and there was like the mute symbol, but I don't know. I could hear you this whole time. Yeah, Ty says you're not muted. You're all good. Uh,
Right.
but Game Pass adding some new games, bringing back some old games. Uh, to the service. We've got High on Life, RoboCop Rogue City, which I think goes into Game Pass tomorrow, so same day as the sequel launches. My Friendly Neighborhood, I don't know what that game is. Back to the Dawn, same thing. Abiotic Factor, I don't know. Real World, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, Grounded 2 Endgame Preview, and Farming Simulator 2 25. Jesus. I thought that said 2S for a second. But, I mean, Ham, any of those get you excited? I mean, you've already played High on Life, right? You beat that.
Yeah, I beat that game. Um, did you say RoboCop as well?
Robocop Rogue City, the original, goes into Game
Yeah,
Pass
I
tomorrow.
already own that game, so
But now you get a
um
crossplay.
that is true. I get to try it on the PC. That is very true. Didn't even think about that. Um hmm. Interesting, yes. Big deal, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I'm looking at that list. I'm down to try Grounded too. Uh, like
I'm
I'm
not. I
pretty
don't really
interested.
care about that game. After
I'm
after Grounded 1, I'm just kind of all set on being Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm all set. Wu Chang, I'm kind of interested in, but I'm not that. I don't know. I feel like I played that game before, if that makes sense. Um, Not that I technically have. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
though. Just not like I'm interested in maybe trying it. That's one of those games that like it's like, man, it's good you're in Game Pass because if you weren't,
yeah,
kind of games. I
yeah.
guess I could say the same thing with Grounded, like even though I'm not really that I guess the one thing that kind of interests me wildly is Wheel World. I want to see what that is.
Now, what is Wheel World? Do you know what that like? What kind of game is Wheel World? I keep
It
wanting to say
looks
Real
like
World.
you're on a bike.
You're on a bike. I'm gonna look this up.
Ye- I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Real World game.
Oh,
Oh,
Annapurna, nice. That looks
I
kind of
think this
cool.
was at one of the showcases this year. Not at Xboxes, I know that. So it must have
Yeah,
been Summer Games Fest.
that looks like something I need to play right now. I need something relaxing. That looks relaxing.
It does. It definitely does look relaxing. Oh my god. Okay. Ty says Grounded 2 should do well from a player's perspective, especially if it's launching on PlayStation and Switch 2. Not really a hard hitter though. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, that'll go to the other consoles. I just think because PlayStation doesn't have an early preview, like an early access thing, so you can't really put it there. Uh, I don't know about Nintendo. Nintendo might.
No,
I mean, a lot of
I
the,
don't think so. I think
which
they'll
is
both
crazy.
wait until it's officially launched to come out over there.
That's crazy that Nintendo wouldn't have an early access period, considering some of the stuff you find on the Nintendo eShop. It's insane that
Yeah. But yeah, those things on the eShop aren't in early access, so they're just
they're just finished
available.
pieces of shit. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Um,
And who
but yeah,
knows? I don't know. Maybe there might be some wild, weird early access thing for
could be.
Nintendo, but I just don't see it happen. Don't see it.
Yeah, I think it'll be on Xbox for now and then PC. Uh, but yeah, I'm interested in Grounded. I'll probably play that with Cozy. I'm assuming because Cozy I know likes Grounded. Uh, Wu Chang, I don't even. Here's the thing: when I see Wu Chang, I'm like, that looks cool, and then I remember the kind of game it is, and I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't care. Uh,
It's
and
fun for a
that's
little while, but yeah, it just kind of, like I said, it just kind of feels like you've done it before.
exactly it's that, but like, I feel the same way about like. It's nothing against Wu Chang because I feel the same exact way about like. Didn't they announce a new Neo game at PlayStation's last
Yeah,
showcase? It's like that.
yeah,
I same exact thing. I'm like, that looks cool. I'll almost certainly never play it because I just don't care.
that doesn't even look cool to me.
Okay, so so then you get kind of get what I mean. It's like, dude, I there's so many games that come out, and I get it. It's like a popular thing, especially now after years removed from Elden Ring. Like a
I
lot of
don't
the
like
games that
Neo.
were, yeah, like a lot of games that were inspired by Elden Ring, not specifically Neo because that was already out, but like a lot of these games that were like inspired to do this Souls like thing started like they saw Elden Ring, then they started development, and now we're starting to get that fucking influx of those games that were being developed at that time. They're just starting to hit us now, and it's like I feel like every showcase we get at least one of these, sometimes two or three of these, and I hope it's good. I hope the people who are excited. I hope it like reviews well and everything. Especially for the studio's sake, with everything that's going on in the fucking industry right now. I hope the game's great and everything. But it's just I'm not. I'm not particularly dying to play that.
That's
Um.
how I feel about Phantom Blade Zero.
Yeah, Fan Blade Zero is
Um,
another one.
like the closest thing that I'm willing to play that's like those games right now, which it's not even like those games, is probably Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Or not Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of
Yote.
Yote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I love me I love gaming, and I love that there are different editions or renditions of stuff, because I wish there was more of that in other genres. Um, I get sometimes though that an era kind of takes over a little too much nowadays, especially seeing how long games take to be made. Hopefully that trend goes kind of away, because back in the
Yeah.
day, it felt like there were a lot of genres, but there was a lot of things coming out because of the shorter time that it took to develop these games. So you're getting a lot of different games or genres in one era, right? Where in this era, it's like if it, it kind of seems like if hack and slash is cool, then people are doing a hack and slash games for like the next 2 3 years. And then if that's not cool and turn based isn't cool, then everyone's trying to do turn based for like 3 or 4 years. And it just feels like, I don't know. Sometimes it kind of feels like sometimes it just feels like there isn't enough time in a year or something like that to, or not enough time in a year, but like, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say there's not really enough variety sometimes. It feels like a lot of games in it, it's rare that you get a lot of different a lot of different games in the same or in like a bunch of different genres at a time. Like back in the day, like here's a perfect example that might help this make sense. There used to be a lot of different football games. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? There used to be a ton of different football games, especially back in like the Sega era. There was like 6 different football games, all NFL licensed, which
Hmm.
was like maybe a little ridiculous, right? But it felt nice trying all of those different types of football games. Do there need to be 6? No, but I would argue there needs to at least be 2 or 3. I'd say at least 2. Same with basketball. There used to be like 6 different basketball games back in the day, and they're all licensed. And and now it's just like 1. And but it feels like for any other genre or like for like Souls, there is an abundance of Souls games.
Yes.
There's like it's almost like it almost feels like it's too much to the point where like
Definitely.
it almost turns me off when I see a Souls game. And it's kind of getting that way a little bit for some sword games. And I feel like Ghost of Tsushima's or Ghost of Yote's kind of next on the list of like just kind of a little bit of exhaustion. And that's not even to say that like this isn't Sucker Punch's fault. To me, there's just like it to or I don't know, maybe I'm saying it is. I don't know where I'm going with that exact like who's to blame exactly. Because it just feels like, we just had Assassin's Creed. There's all these other kind of random sword games like, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers that you're talking about. There's Phantom Blade Zero that's supposed to be coming out. There was like 4 different ones at the PlayStation show. What was it, last year or earlier
It was
this
a
year or
lot.
something like that?
It was
And
last
I'm
year.
just like, it's to me, I just see all that and I'm just like, man, those would be interesting if there was more from other genres that were doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like I had no problem back in the day when there was a bunch of Grand Theft Auto copies, right? Because there was a ton of other platformers that were kind of copying each other and football games that were kind of copying each other. There was just so much abundance of everything that it was just like, oh man, I could sit here and play this genre for a hot second and then just hop into something completely different that almost feels like a triple A game as well. And it probably was. That was completely different. And I don't know, now it just feels like a lot of triple A developers are kind of following each other. And maybe that might be my grandiose thought process piece on this is just like if you look around the industry of the big time developers, man, a lot of them are just kind of hoping to get the break that the one next to them got a few years back or 10 years ago or something like that. They're like what was it? I just seen EA talking about Battlefield, how they're planning on dropping a battle royale. And it was talking about like to compete with Fortnite. And I'm like, we're not done with that yet. We're not
It's
done with that yet.
They literally did that. They have already done that. They tried it and it failed miserably. Because I'm pretty sure Battlefield 5 had a battle royale and nobody cared.
Like Splitgate just got done. There's like a report recently that Splitgate is currently like falling apart right now. Like, did you hear the report? I think it was like Dexerto, or maybe it was like Charlie Intel. I think it was Charlie Intel, maybe I told you about yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about this last night. Yeah, like not
Yeah.
having a fun time over there. Having a bad couple months.
Mm, Bro, how do you like you came out your game, you told everybody, yo, look out, we're coming out with something you would never you would never believe. It's gonna be unbelievable. And it was
It
very
was
believable.
it was so believable. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how believable this is.
It was so believable that I felt disrespected. Well, I feel like a lot of people felt insulted.
I can only imagine, bro. Cause I was kind of like, I mean, I love Splitgate. I mean, I think as a game, that shit is so much fun. First one and the second one, and I like when they were teasing, when they were doing their tease of like, oh, you're not gonna believe what this is, and everyone's like, oh my god, are they adding a campaign? Because like apparently, I don't know the whole lore, but apparently there's like little tidbits. If you dig into it, there's like little tidbits of lore within the multiplayer that weren't really there at all in the first game that they kind of fleshed out in the second game, and it's like, oh man, it looks like they're gearing up for a campaign, and they're like, it's bigger than a campaign. Everyone's like, oh man, what's bigger than a campaign? I can't imagine what this is gonna
Bigger
be.
than a campaign, man. No way. I forgot they said that.
They did.
I'm
They
getting
said
agitated.
it's
I'm
bigger.
getting fucking, I'm getting triggered. You just talking about this right now. They said bigger than a hand. What? It's like they didn't do their homework. Did they forget Battlefield 2042 said this is bigger than the? Oh no.
Like and like that's a dumb thing to say off rip, but also like to follow that up with like it's a battle royale. It's like okay, all right, yeah,
How
I'm
dare
like
you?
yeah, like that's not bigger than a campaign, bro. I think a campaign
Dude, that's
trumps
not
that.
bigger than anything, man.
That
That's not bigger than anything.
like nobody. And here's the thing, because you've had Mint Blitz on your show, and he's talked about Splicket, and I've watched his videos. I watch them all the time. Every time, like almost every new video he comes out with, I watch. And like he was talking about the battle royale, and he was like, "This battle royale, like I hate battle royales, but this battle royale is actually fucking brilliant because of like the different things that it does." And like, I mean, forget the specifics, but I tried it myself once, and I was like, I could like if I was somebody who liked battle royales, I would be playing this one over any other one. I felt that way after playing it, but it's like I feel like you have a really cool thing. The problem with what they did is just I mean there's so many problems,
And
but the
Blitz is
problem
also one of the sweatiest gamers when it
exactly
comes
he
to
exactly
like like
exactly that.
like for him to say that, it's like, dude, okay, like that's that like so it's good. It's it's well tuned for athletes. That's all I heard when he said that. It's like it's well tuned for athletes because I'm not going to be
Sure.
able to compete.
Sure. And like I think if they just randomly added that to the game without any fanfare, I don't think I mean sure it might have gone over some people's heads. They might not have realized it or whatever. I get you got to market your shit or whatever you got to do. But like that's not the way to market it. You don't tell people that what you got cooking is bigger than a campaign and then release the same game mode we've seen literally every big franchise for the last 9 years do. and many of
Hey,
them
Matt,
failed.
move over real quick. Matt, move over real quick. I got another pile of dirt to throw on top of it. And then to come out on stage and come and talk about Call of Duty and how they're just doing the same thing everybody else
Yep.
is doing and how they're creatively bankrupt and you're wearing that hat. I mean, and we already talked about the hat, and like it's
Oh
not a
yeah.
big deal to me, but like that's easy. That's you know what you're doing when you're wearing that hat. You're coming for
Yes.
people's like
Yeah.
you
You're
know
looking for attention.
like we either like you're not just wearing that in the crowd, you know, like and they say, "Hey, he's here," right? Like you're on stage talking down on something else, which I didn't have a problem talking down on it, but like, bro, if you're gonna say, "Yo, Mike Tyson, you a punk, you a punk bitch," like, like if he pulls up on you, you gotta be ready. And like, essentially, he was calling out Tyson when he said that about Call of Duty, and yo, he got sunned like immediately.
Yeah. That like all like because there was that one report after like a week, 2 weeks after that Summer Games
He
Fest. We
apologized and
yeah,
everything.
he was like, I'm on. He was on Twitter. I'm not gonna apologize for shit. And then like a couple weeks later, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. We were looking for ways. We were looking for ways to get people talking, and it's like, well, fucking congratulations, I guess. You got people talking. But did that go exactly how you wanted it to, or was that a
Like
complete fumble?
and the thing is like I applaud him for what he said, but his execution after what he said, it
Stunk.
didn't. It didn't let you after saying that you got everybody on their feet, right? Like, and then you just throw out this fucking turd, like. And like, sure, some people like Mint and Blitz and stuff like that liked it, which, good for them. But the way they shaped that message and the disrespect that that dude came with on that stage warranted a lot more than what they delivered. And they're in the position that they're in because they put their chest out right when really, to be honest, like in hindsight, they should have just been quiet and just
Yeah.
rolled out they shit.
Yep.
Just serve the customers, not had that insane paid skin that they had on there.
Yeah, and then to be
Like,
like, sorry guys, that was an ex Call of Duty developer who did that. We had someone from Activision who worked here, and he was responsible for the monetization. That won't happen
that's a
again.
real mind's eye of them to say some shit like
That
that.
that's insane.
That that's a real build a rocket boy of them to say some shit like that. And so yeah, I mean, I like what they created. I like what they do. I wish they would invest more into the thing that they dogged out Call of Duty for, which is being more inventive and stuff like that. I understand they added new cool things in battle royale, right? But it's still battle royale, and it's
Yep.
still it's still very typical. Like no matter who, like if my favorite game, if Dune came out tomorrow and said we have a brand new mode, and it got my ears peaked, and then they said battle royale, I don't care how innovative it is. I don't care. They said the two words I didn't need to hear: battle royale. As a matter of fact, Ark did that a few years ago because Ark was my favorite game a couple years back. Like it was the game for me, and they announced new mode battle royale. I downloaded it and I deleted that shit immediately.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It's just not my style. It's not that innovative to me. Like somebody else already ran and made a big run with that type of stuff. And I feel like players that like battle royale are interested in battle royale. And I feel like there's so many other avenues that somebody could tackle, and people just keep tackling the same shit, and it's driving me insane, dude.
And think about the fact that that's why that's I mean, at least in my opinion, I guess nobody could really say exactly why, but like I think that's why the first game, Splitgate 1 was so fucking good was the fact that that came I mean that hit consoles. It was already out on PC, but that hit consoles like 2020 the end of 2020, no, it might have been 2021 is when that hit consoles. And that shit popped
Yeah, right
off.
before Halo.
There was no battle royale in sight in that motherfucker. No mention of it, nothing. It was literally an arena shooter that was very inspired by Halo and had a lot of ex Halo developers working on it. Like
Hmm.
a lot of Quake influence, a lot of Halo influence, a lot of Unreal Tournament influence, and then you have the Portal aspect, and everybody's like, "This is fucking awesome," and it's entirely different. It's entirely different. It's incredibly unique. Nothing else on the market exists like this. And for them to be like, yo, okay, we're done production on Splitgate 1. We're done development on that. There's no going to be no more updates. We're focusing all of our money, all of our time. We've got investors. We're doing Splitgate 2. And I've been excited for that. And to have like that game is so good in terms of how it feels to play it, but to take the fact that you had an entirely new unique thing that nobody else was doing and say, "Hey, screw that. We're going to do the thing everyone else is doing." What? Why? Your game was so fucking viral that you had to wait in line for like 10 fucking minutes to play it. That's how goddamn good that game was when it hit console. I remember me and my buddy Josh were like hooked on that game, and for like the first couple weeks, it didn't have the buzz quite yet because it hadn't popped off yet, and we were playing that shit every night, and then all of a sudden it popped off, and dude, we went to get online and play, and it was like you're in a queue, and you could be in a queue for 2 minutes, you could be in a queue for 30 minutes. You just leave your shit on, and eventually you'll get in. That's the way it was. And I tell you what, I bet you they don't have that issue with this one. I bet you that's not an issue. And I don't know. It just seems like you probably should have stuck to your guns. Should have probably stuck to your guns. And I mean, like they were talking like they were sticking to their guns, but they were not sticking to their guns. They absolutely did not. And that's too bad. That's too bad. I hope they can right the ship or whatever because I don't want to see the studio fucking disappear. But like, yo, they had a it's been a rough launch period for them, a very rough launch. And then you have the whole report that you kind of mentioned earlier that they were at like paying people, or is that the one you mentioned earlier? But they were like paying people like I think they spent like 400 million or something like
Yep.
that.
400, no, 400,000, but
Oh,
no,
400,000.
that'd be insane.
Jesus Christ,
400,000
400 million would be
400,000.
insane. But $400,000 to streamers to just play their game. It's like, did you have to do that with the first one? Because your first one was popular shit, and I don't remember ever seeing a report like that. So I don't know.
Maybe they did, but it was so good that people weren't looking.
That could be true too. And here's the thing: uh, I'm sure any game that is specifically multiplayer only. I'm sure they gotta pay some streamers to play that. I mean, you see all the biggest streamers when a game launches, even some like single player shit. You'll hear about it. They'll pay top streamers to play their game for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on stream, whatever the fuck. Like that obviously happens, but it's like, bro, like it's kind of a perfect storm. It's just kind of a perfect shit storm for what's the name of the studio? 1047 Games that they are finding themselves right in the middle of. Um, but yeah, man, that is what it is. Hopefully, like I said, they can turn things around, generate some hype around it because I genuinely like the game. I think it plays fucking fantastic, but uh community's not enthused at the moment. Uh Up next though, we have a Nintendo Direct. We talked a little bit about Nintendo uh on the show today, on your guys' show today on TSWS Gaming. But this is just a rumor at this point. This isn't confirmed by Nintendo or anything, but a Nintendo Direct is scheduled for later this month, it's claimed. I'm going to ask you, first of all, do you care about Nintendo Direct? Especially now there's a new system. I know you talked earlier, like you're looking you want to get a Switch too, but you're kind of still on the fence. So does the idea of a Nintendo Direct, do you think that there's something they could announce there that would make you go, okay, I need to now I definitely need to get a Switch too?
That's possible, but I don't know. I really hate watching the Nintendo Directs. Their formats just are not really aimed for me, it feels like. Um, but I mean, regardless, um, I'm I'm interested to see what they have, but usually like if they show like 30 games, I'm usually interested in like two.
Yeah.
And like usually their directs never really have wanting to run out and buy their games. And like I don't know, unless they announce some sort of major big time thing, which I really honestly think that they probably should right now because it'd help with the momentum of their current brand new console. I mean, I understand Donkey Kong just is coming out very soon with like tomorrow or something like that. Um but I mean, wouldn't you want to just stay on top of that kind of momentum and have something to look forward to while people are playing the thing that they're playing? I mean, that's what I would assume. So it like if they announce something like Metroid, something like that, that'd be pretty cool or just something. But I'm not holding my breath on being stoked at their next their next show because I'm usually not. I'm kind of a fair weather fan when it comes to Nintendo. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Fuzzy Tomato, appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Nintendo Directs, I feel like more than any company, it could just be because I don't care about them that much, but I feel like more than any company, they have these shows. Um, it feels incredibly often that they have these shows. And I'm in the same boat as you in the sense of like, if they do an hour show, and it's usually about 30, 45 minutes, but if they were to go an hour, there's probably maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 on like a really great showcase for me worth of content that I care to see at their show. Um, like I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm like I wasn't a Nintendo kid when I grew up. Like Nintendo was the first console I ever played. Don't get it twisted. Like the first console I ever played was the original NES. Um, fuck, I mean that, and then when I went to the Boys and Girls Club after school, they had an SNES and Super Mario, and like I played all that stuff. I enjoy it. I appreciate it for what it is, but like I didn't grow up with a Nintendo in my house. I wasn't playing that. I had a PS1. I went to a PS2. I went to an Xbox, a 360. I got a PS3, and from there. But Nintendo was like never in the picture in my house. So I don't have much nostalgia for anything like Donkey
I
Kong.
do.
So you do.
I do. I mean, I had a SNES, or I mean, I ended up with the NES, but like I mostly rocked with the SNES. I mean, I was more of a Sega kid when I was
Mhm.
young, but eventually I got the SNES, and I had a 64. I got that for one of my birthdays, and got the GameCube was the first console of that generation that I got, and then I ended up getting a PS2 and then an Xbox. So like,
Nice.
yeah, I definitely got some history with Nintendo. It's just now their games seem a little different than they were then. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I'll say I had I think every kid, so I'm not different in that sense, but I had a Game Boy Color and then I got a Game Boy Advance.
Ooh, I had an advance.
Yeah, and then I got the Nintendo DS, the first DS. And then that was like the last thing I got from Nintendo until the original Switch came out. Uh, no, you know what? My mom, I didn't play it much, but my mom got a Wii, and I played. I remember playing like fuck, I might have played Guitar Hero on it because I think we got Guitar Hero. She had like a Wii Fit thing, and I would play that every now and then. So I guess I did have it in my house growing up. It's just one of those things I never gravitated towards it. I was always on I was always on PlayStation, always on Xbox, and that's just kind of the way it was for me growing up. And kind of the way that it still is, to be totally honest. Um but yeah, this Nintendo Direct, I mean, again, it is just a rumor at this point, so we don't know anything for sure. Uh but like I'm kind of with you. I'll check out the highlights, see what's there. The only thing I'm really interested in, like that we know exists for Nintendo, is Metroid Prime. Like I give a shit about Metroid Prime 4 and that's about it. I mean, I guess if they were to do like a Metroid Dread 2, that'd be pretty cool, but like I still haven't beat the first one. But like outside of Metroid, eh, Nintendo's I could take it or leave it, honestly, outside of Metroid. But it's cool to see, they Donkey Kong Bonanza's doing fucking crazy reviews at the moment. It's not very surprising. I kind of assumed that that game was going to review very well. People fucking love Donkey Kong. So it's not surprising. Fuzzy Tomato says my Nintendo nostalgia uh, mostly their 2D platformers and Pokemon and Smash Bros. Yeah, dude, people fucking love Smash Bros. People love our buddy Bill. Like the only reason he gives a fuck about Nintendo is Pokemon. He fucking loves Pokemon. Like there's so many people like that, and respect to you guys for enjoying that stuff. But it's just I never latched on to it. I was a fan of Pokemon until I wasn't a fan of Pokemon. I never latched on and stayed on with it. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else Nintendo related. Like we mentioned the Donkey Kong Bonanza reviews, this possible direct later this month. Uh, but let me see here if I can get this thing working. Oh my god, where's my cursor at? Okay, there we go. I guess we could talk a little bit about Ghost of Yote because that did happen since what would have been our last show, but we didn't have a show last week. Uh, but Ghost of Yote uh, got its gameplay deep dive. I mean, I've said it here on this show. I know Ham said it multiple times. I think we're kind of in agreement on this. Like, I'm excited for Yote, but I'm not day one excited for Yote. There's just too many things coming out. But it looks fucking cool. It looks like more Ghost of Tsushima with a different character, and I'm all for that shit. So, like, when I play it, I'll be fucking excited to play it. I just don't know that I'm dying to play it at this exact moment. But, Ham, what do you think? And also, are you gearing up for that special edition Yote PS5, bud?
No, and no. Like I like I'm a fan of Sucker Punch and that, but I'm just not sure if it's day one cop for me right now. It doesn't look like a need to have, and as I I was telling you just earlier in the show that I kind of feel like I kind of hit a little bit of a wall with with some sword games right now,
Yeah, yeah,
just because I don't know. Like I felt like that with shooter games before, and I'm kind of back into them. Um, I kind of felt like that around the Oblivion time,
sure.
right? Like when when the new Oblivion came out or Oblivion Remaster came out, it just kind of hit me, and I was just kind of like, man, I'm just not ready to play that right now. And then they have all these other games that are kind of similar to themselves that are kind of coming out. I'm just like there's nothing wrong with them. I'm just currently not in the mood to really play those right now. I want to play it just I guess I had some things that I was looking forward to. Like Grand Theft Auto was something I was really looking forward to this year. That's not happening. Um I I really enjoyed Claire Obscure when that game came out, but that's past already. So there's that. The next thing that I'm really looking forward to is Borderlands 4. I guess. Um,
Yeah,
I guess I'm just more or less looking for something that's just kind of comforting to me. And right now, a sword game, another sword game, just doesn't seem that comforting and exciting to me. Especially since I just got done playing Assassin's Creed not long ago. It'd be different if maybe I never got to play Assassin's Creed or that didn't come out this last year or this year, but it did. So like I already got and I didn't even beat that game yet. So like starting Ghosts of Yote, I'd feel like I need to go back and play Assassin's Creed, and just not interested in that.
that's fair. Yeah, I still need to get back into Assassin's Creed. Uh, that's one of those games that like, I mean, shit. I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It took me maybe 4 years to beat Odyssey. Like when I played that for like the first couple years, I was just exploring. I wasn't doing anything in that game. Just exploring and killing things. Um, Fuzzy Tomato also mentions a good point. Shadows DLC is due around that time. Yeah, and everybody gets it because it's like that was like their big push with Assassin's Creed Shadows was like we're not doing an early access, you paid early access thing. Everybody gets the game on the same date, and if you pre-order it, then you get the first DLC for free. So if you got the game, then you got the first DLC. So that's a whole other thing that you got to add to this. And I'm kind of with him, and that I mean, me personally, I'd feel kind of silly. I'd feel a little silly booting up Ghost of Yote, knowing that Assassin's Creed Shadows is currently taking up like 150 gigabytes on my Xbox, and I still haven't beat it. Um, so that is another factor. But yeah, Ghost of Yote also has a special edition console and a special edition controllers. I'll tell you what, dude, they're special edition controllers. I think we've said it on shows before. They've stunk this generation. I don't know what's going on with like PlayStation and special edition controllers, but if there's one thing Xbox hasn't beat on, it's definitely controllers because Xbox knows how to make a fucking controller. PlayStation, they got cool features. Controller DualSense has cool features, but bro, they stink at making special edition controllers. But yeah, moving on. Let's get into the last thing we've got here. We'll talk a little bit about Cyberpunk. I know we talked about this on the show, so talked about this on Ham Show earlier. Go and check that out if you weren't there to check that out on TSWS Gaming. But I figured we'd bring it up here and use it to end the show. But Cyberpunk 2.3 update launches tomorrow on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. I'm not used to saying the Nintendo Switch 2 part for Cyberpunk, but it is. Has a host of new things or a plethora of new additions to the game, new vehicles, new quests to acquire those vehicles. Added FSR 4, frame generation for FSR 3. You're getting XeSS support if you got an Intel GPU, a bunch of quality of life stuff, which I don't think that they went into specifics on the quality of life stuff exactly, but there's quality of life fixes in there. Um, so I mean, oh, also photo mode, new photo mode stuff. But Ham, are you excited? I mean, do you have any plan or any inkling of wanting to play another playthrough of Cyberpunk?
Not at the moment, but I'm happy to see that they're still supporting their game.
Yeah,
I mean, I still have it downloaded on my console. I mean, I haven't deleted it, which to me says a good amount.
that's true. Yeah, I still got it there. Every now and then I'll boot it up and I'll dude, I was just playing it. We were talking. We've been talking about VR a lot, but I on the Quest 3 or Quest 3S. I did the stream your own game thing, and I tried Cyberpunk, and it's pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool playing that on a massive ass theater screen. Um, but yeah, I'll hop in and I'll try it out. I know they said they added new quests and stuff for the vehicles, so I'll probably do those. Um, but yeah, this I don't think this makes me want to go on another playthrough of Cyberpunk. I think if I was going to do another playthrough, it probably wouldn't be until I get a Switch 2. At which point I'll buy Cyberpunk again and probably do another playthrough. But I think I'm good on that for now. But it's cool to see that they're still working on it, like you said. I mean, they're adding a bunch of stuff on the PC side, which is really cool to see. Fuzzy Tomato says, "I thought the update was out tonight. Pretty disappointed that I have to wait till tomorrow. I was gonna start up a new playthrough." Yeah, yeah. I gotta be honest. I thought they were gonna announce all the details for this update yesterday and then launch it today. So I had it fucked up too. So don't feel bad about that. It does suck. But I'm trying to see here. I'm combing through VGC to see if there's anything that we possibly missed here that would be fun to talk about. Uh, do you have anything that you want to talk about? I know we had a show earlier. We kind of hit on everything.
Not in particular.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Cause I'm fucking scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Let's get out of here. But before we do that, outros. Ham, get us started. Let them know what you're up to, where they can find you, and all that stuff.
All right, yeah, yeah, definitely. You can find me at TSWS Gaming. That's where I do all my shows. Like Matt said earlier, we had a show. King David was on there with us. It was a pretty fun time. Talked about a bunch of different stuff, the Xbox, a little bit of PlayStation, a whole lot of PC stuff. So check
Yeah,
us out over there. We'll Lokes has the show. Loke has a show tomorrow. Everything plus gaming, and then we'll be back. Me, Matt, Cozy, Loken, and the gang for bullsitting.
Friday,
So yeah.
4 p.m. Eastern. Link in the description for the channel. Go check it out. Subscribe. Like the content because it is very fun stuff. As for myself, you can find me here every week, Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern for this show with my buddy Ham Solo. Sundays 8 p.m. Eastern for the L3R3 podcast with my buddies Hard Days Mike and It's Me Twan. Videos every week. I'm gonna try to have one out tomorrow, but I gotta go to work, so we'll see. Maybe tomorrow night I'll have it out. But I do want to do a video on the RoboCop sequel coming out tomorrow. We'll see about that. But yeah, videos every week. You can find me here. Find me on Blue Sky. Matt Likes Games over there. I'm technically still on Twitter, but I don't really tweet there. So find me there. You can follow me there if you want to. But we're going to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching, and we will see you next week. Peace.